Today, we're doing what's called a White Plush, which actually is a variation of a milk punch. Here's some information about that. Individual punches. Of the individual punches, there are two types. The sour type, which like the Collins, the Julep, the Daisy, etc., is a thirst-quenching drink, especially suited to a hot summer afternoon. And there's a milk punch, which is really a combination of food and drink. Let us consider the milk punch first, and this time we will start with our teetotaler friends, and after serving him, we'll spike the remaining drinks to suit the several individual tastes. That's where we get into this. The milk punch itself actually has no alcohol in it. And then there's like a brandy milk punch, and applejack milk punch. The one we're doing is a White Plush, and it's basically just a whiskey milk punch. So to start out, we got 2 to 3 ounces of the selected liquor. Our selected liquor is whiskey, which we'll use Gentleman Jack, like classy folk. These are each 1.5 ounces, so I'm going to just do 2 of those, and that'll be all 3 ounces. Then you use half a cup of sweet milk, which I don't really know what that is, so I'm using half and half. Hopefully that'll not be wrong, but it probably is. Half a cup of friggin' half and half. And then this says actually that you can either use maraschino instead of sugar syrup, but I'm just going to use sugar syrup because if it's a white plush, I don't want it to be a pink plush. Those seem like 2 very different things, and I want it to be a white plush because that sounds more like what the drink is. If it has maraschino, it will be pink, and I'm just going to keep going on and on about those differences of pink versus white. So it's a teaspoon. I'm just going to use the short end of the jigger. Seems like about right. It's close to a teaspoon. Really going off the rails on this recipe. And the last really confusing part about this recipe is it calls for, on the regular milk punch that's non-alcoholic, it calls for 1 whole egg. But it's not really clear if you're supposed to use the 1 whole egg on the liquor version or not. It kind of seems like, I don't know why you would just replace liquor with egg. So I think I'm going to do Bob Evans Egg Whites, 100% liquid egg whites. These are pasteurized, so it's safe to drink raw. Still really gross, not looking forward to it, but it seems like the right thing to do to get the right consistency for this plush. Instead of doing a full egg, I'll just do a full 1.5 ounces of the egg white. Oh my god. Egg everywhere! Put some ice in this little baby. Okay, now pour in the white plush. Just gonna take all the ice and all the stuff and pour it in this goblet, looking real fancy. I mean, it looks pretty cool. So it says you can decorate this with a dash of nutmeg or a sliver of lemon or orange peel. So I think I'm going to do nutmeg because that sounds like a wintry thing. Looks pretty.
Plush.
Plush.
Plush. White plush.
White plush.
Plushy.
Plush. Alright, we're going to try this. It looks gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of the eggnog I made about a year ago, except for with whiskey instead of rum. And yeah, we'll give it a shot. Yeah, that's not bad. Kind of it's kind of sweet and milky. But yeah, it's good. I don't mind it. Probably will never make it again. But I do like the name White Plush, and it makes my dog very angry. Till next time, White Plush.
White plush.